Welcome. We're going to talk about balsam next or now, and the medicinal actions of the balsam is it's an antioxidant, antiseptic, uh, it's a diaphoretic, it's a disinfectant, it's a diuretic, it's emetic, it's an expectorant, it's a laxative, it's mucolytic. I'm going to spell some of these words out so just so you know what they are. mucolytic, mucolytic. It's a pectoral, pectoral. It's a rubeficient, rubefaciient. It's a stimulant and it's a tonic. And the bark and the needles you can harvest throughout the year. It's really high in vitamin C content in the needles, and it's highest in the midwinter when that's the highest in vitamin C. The pitch you gather in the spring and throughout the summer. Right? Some of the things, the medicinal values that we use it for. Northern First Nations, we go and harvest the resin or the pitch pockets in the late spring when it starts popping out really good, and use it as a medicine in topical preparations to treat skin ailments such as boils, wounds, cuts, bug bites, and acne. It also used to help fight infections and respiratory congestion, heals a sore throat, and gets rid of colds and flus. That's why sometimes you'll see in log cabins and stuff, they'll have it laying around, especially if it's still a ground floor. They'll use the boughs on the floor, partly to keep the mud away, but other parts is to breathing it in and keeping the colds and flus away, right? The pitch can be chewed to clean the teeth or made into an infusion and used as a gargle or rinse for the mouth or throat infections, and it'll also treat bad breath by gurgling it and washing your mouth out with it. The pitch also has been used to cleanse and detoxify the body. The resin contains turpentine and is considered to act as a stimulant, a diuretic, a diaphoretic, and topically as a rubeficient. rubeficient, rubeficient. The flat needles can also be made into a tea infusion that can be taken to treat the coughing up blood. Also as a laxative, you use it for chest congestions caused by viral infections, to induce sweating, and to treat fevers, sore muscles, aches, and pains. So the needles are pretty handy dandy, and most of the time you're just going to boil the needles in water and filter it out with either a coffee filter or cheesecloth, and then you can drink it like that. Lots of people will put it in the fridge so they can drink it later too. You don't necessarily have to drink it warm. You can drink it cool as well. Adding the needles and the bark to the bath along with for achy bones and healing your bones and stuff like that, or infections that aren't healing up and they just keep being there all the time. You make a bath with the needles, and so you're just going to mix those two things together with Epsom salts. And by the way, Epsom salts is awesome too. It's a great medicine. Finely ground needles can be sprinkled on open cuts to help heal the wounds as well. You can also put them in the bottom of your shoes to ward off, just to stop foot odor, so you can grind and pulverize those needles up. make it into powder, sprinkle in your shoes. Should get rid of the foot odor as well. The small fir is very uplifting and can help people struggling through fatigue. So you can, not only do you just smell it and it'll kind of uplift your spirits and uplift you, the First Nations people up north, especially up north, really highly regard this as one of those medicines and one of those smudges that will just uplift your spirit and bring you back to life again, right? Food uses, fir is high in vitamin C, so it is nice to make an infused tea of the needles. The needles are at their natural peak at midwinter. First Nations dried the inner bark, ground it into a powder, and then combined it with other flowers to make bannock, just to make their bannock healthy, right? They can also be ground into fine powder, which in the past was mixed with fat. The result was considered both a delicious and digestive aid. Fir needles can be used as incense or as a smudge for cleansing the spirit and uplifting. And a lot of the times, if you cut the little balsam pitch pocket out, you got migraine headaches, and they just seem to just keep coming back, and they just keep pounding. And so for quick relief of those, we'll cut the little pitch pocket out, and we'll place it right on our third eye and just leave it there. And what will happen over time, it's really cool because you'll feel it, that pitch pocket will actually start to get warm, and your headache will kind of just start alleviating. If it's really, really bad, you can put that pitch pocket, and it'll stick to your forehead. You put one right on your third eye and on your temples. And if it's really, 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 really bad, you put it on your third eye, your temples, and in the back of your neck. And all of these things can be done if you make oil with it too. And making oil with it is really easy as well. Is you just you pick the needles and you put them into olive oil or some kind of unscented oil. It's got to be 100% olive oil. And label it when you made it, and put it in water. Bring it to a slow boil. As soon as it comes to that boil, take it out, let it cool off. Do that about 4 or 5 times. After that's done, then from there, you just put it aside, wait for about maybe a week, and every day you're going to shake that. And then from there, you're going to strain it, and once it's strained, ta-da, you have your oil. And then from the oil, you can just place on your eyes for your migraine headaches, and you can use that for pain relief too, for your arthritis and stuff. I hope that was helpful, and I hope that whet your appetite a little bit. And laughter is the best medicine. Have a great day.